Hi everyone, this is Sebastian, KB0TTL. Today we're going to go ahead and show you how to use the GD32 driver to get your radio to detect on older versions of Windows. It's important to go ahead and watch this if you want to use any PC that's below Windows version 10, as there are a few steps here to installing the driver and actually, of course, getting it to read your radio. Once you're able to read from your radio, you'll be able to begin programming your radio with your new code plug. Once you're done watching this, your computer will finally detect your AnyTone radio. One other thing I'm going to tell you about this is about Windows 8 PCs. Windows 8 PCs I've had hit and miss as far as the success of this goes. It depends not only on the build of Windows 8, but also the system itself that you're installing the program on. I've not been able to narrow down exactly why sometimes Windows 8 fails at this and why it works perfectly other times. So you may need to either degrade to Windows 7, or what I would recommend is use a Windows 10 PC. Windows 10 PCs don't necessarily have to be expensive. In fact, you can use inexpensive little $100 tablets that you could find on eBay that run Windows 10. As long as it's a Windows 10 PC that's not a Microsoft Surface version, it should run this fine. Now, what I'm about to show you here is the location of this driver on our support website in BridgeComSystems.com. So I'm going to go in here today, and I'm just going to point this out here really quick. Please keep in mind that you never ever want to install the driver that I'm showing you on a Windows 10 computer. Believe it or not, if you install this driver on your Windows 10 computer, the driver that's resident in Windows 10 will be overwritten and you won't be able to read or write from your radio. So whatever you do, only use this file here down at the bottom of the page that you're about to download on a Windows 7 or Windows 8 PC. And let's get started. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the download here. And I'm downloading the GD3264 driver in zip format. I'm going to open it here. I'm going to extract all files. Just going to name a random folder here. I'm going to call it my GD32 folder. You can name your folder whatever you want to. And here's my extracted under CGD32 folder. If you have a 32-bit version of Windows, you're going to use the x86 folder. If you have a 64-bit version of Windows, you're going to use x64. What I'm going to go ahead and do here now when I install this driver is I'm going to run the driver installation program as administrator. This is going to be very important. Go ahead and select yes. And we're going to go ahead and install our 32-bit driver. I think I might know what the problem is here. And I have the sneaking suspicion that yes, we're actually running a 64-bit operating system. Yes, don't be fooled and don't let this happen to you. You notice that little 64-bit folder there? That's where we're going to go. Okay, we're now in the 64-bit folder. And we're going to do the same thing. And yes, it has successfully been installed here. So you're seeing that, yeah, we want the correct version for the correct version of Windows that you're using. Trying to use 32 on a 64-bit Windows install, not going to do you a heck of a lot of good here either. So I'm glad we came across that. It's one more thing we can add to our video here. It's just something that you might possibly encounter. Okay, very good. Typically what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and reboot our system. So I'm going to go ahead and reboot our system. All right, so we've just rebooted our PC here, and we're going to go into our CPS program, and we're going to try to read from our radio now that our driver here is installed. So I'm just going to wait for this to come up here. All right, so we are in our CPS software. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to go ahead and insert my cable, AnyTone cable, into the side of the radio. I'm going to snap that in so it's flush. Turn the volume on. Turn the volume all the way up so that the radio boots. I'm going to wait for the radio to initialize. And I'm going to go ahead and plug this USB cable here, just the end of it, into an empty USB slot. Okay, it says installing device driver software. This is good, as we just gave it the driver to install. So hopefully it finds it. Fingers crossed here. It's usually best just to let it work and find what it needs. And from here, we'll try to detect the radio via COM port. So we're just about to see yay or nay on the install. All right, so once this driver installs, we are actually going to go and see if we can find the radio here on its COM port. So from what this is telling me, our radio is registering on COM port number 6, so I'm going to hit OK. I already have a code plug loaded on my personal radio. Let's see if we can fetch that code plug. And ta-da, we are reading. All right, guys, so you've just seen how you're going to go ahead and install that 32-bit driver, or 64-bit driver in this case, on your Windows 7 or Windows 8 PC. And the procedure to do this on a Windows 8 PC is exactly the same as what you've seen here. Right-click, run the driver as administrator. Of course, make sure it's the 64-bit or 32-bit as you were shown. Restart the computer. Launch your CPS program. Plug your radio into the USB cable. Plug the USB cable into your computer. Go up here and find your COM port, and then read the code plug from the radio, and you're ready to do your modifications from there. Today we showed you every step in using the GD32 driver to detect your 878 or other AnyTone handheld. If you have any questions about the 878 or would like to purchase one, please click our link below. If you'd like to see more content like today, please click our subscribe button in the lower left-hand corner. Again, this is Sebastian, KB0TTL, and 73.